With practitioner assignment, if your permission structure is such that you're entitled to just see your own client's data, then it'll just be your name in practitioner assignment. However, if you're a manager or you have a higher level permission structure that allows you to see other practitioners or therapists in your practice or organization, then you may have the ability to choose who this particular client is assigned to. And you do this here in this practitioner assignment. Now, when you're first setting up a new client, you need to decide which measures you're going to work with that client. Now, depending on the organization you're part of or whatever you've decided to have available to you, will determine which measures are presented to you here in this section. And an important feature of the system is the ability to choose a primary measure. So the primary measure will be the measure that you probably typically use session by session, every session with your client, or the measure within your organization that's the most important to you to use as a sort of a benchmark tool, if you like. And that will vary depending on your circumstances. It could also be possible that, depending on the client, you may choose to use a different primary measure, depending on what their presenting symptoms are or whichever measure you feel is the most appropriate one to use with them on a regular basis. So that is the function of the primary measure. The primary measure can be chosen in profile, as we're doing here, but it can be returned to at any time, and you can change the choice of that primary measure by simply going back to profile, editing, making the changes and saving them. So here, for example, we will choose the ORS and the Core 10 as the instruments we're going to use regularly, and perhaps we're going to want to track goals fairly regularly with our client as well, and we might decide to use the SRS for feedback. We simply choose the measures like this and we go create.